Good morning, and thanks for joining us on this Saturday morning. I'm Libby Dowsett. We will have your headlines coming up. But first, let's check in with Corey Johnson for our first look at our forecast.
Yeah, the forecast is going to be very beautiful this Saturday, Libby.
Another one.
Yes, super exciting. If you liked yesterday, you're really going to enjoy today. I want to take you to our 7-day forecast. Actually, it looks like we may be on the wrong thing. I'm going to step off really quick and show you guys what it is that we're looking at for today. So taking a look right now, it looks like we're going to start with our Rose City camera. That's going to pop up in just a second. Actually, I'm going to maybe send things over to Libby Dowsett. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties with this forecast currently.
All right. Well, the good news is it's going to be nice. And video provided by the Marian County Sheriff's Department is showing us inside the courthouse where Homeland Security agents recently arrested 2 men. Oregon is a sanctuary state, so there are questions when DHS steps in, and that's especially true when both local and federal officers are present. Catherine Cook talked to legal experts about how it all unfolded.
It was a tale of 2 arrests at the Marian County Courthouse, March 26th. In this video released by sheriff's officials, you can see agents from the Department of Homeland Security detaining 2 men minutes apart. In one case, you can see things got physical, but legal experts say the biggest difference in these cases isn't the altercation, it's the type of warrant the feds used. Marian County Sheriff's officials say in this case, the feds had a judicial warrant signed by a U.S. magistrate judge for Daniel Lopez Mojica on drug possession and DUII charges. In the case of this person, whom deputies did not identify, DHS has an administrative warrant, meaning the feds issued it themselves.
At least with a judicial warrant, we have a neutral party that observes and says that everything is following up to code and according to the law.
Marian County Public Defender Chris Simunides says under those circumstances, it's lawful, even in sanctuary states, to cooperate with the feds, which happened here. In this case, Marian County Sheriff's officials tell us deputies verified the warrant. Then court officers escorted Lopez Mojica to federal agents who took him into custody. But in the administrative warrant case, no other agencies assisted the feds, other than providing basic security to protect others in the courthouse.
I'm glad to see that we are following the rules and the principles and the spirit of the sanctuary state laws.
So how does an administrative warrant work? Willamette University law professor Laura Appleman says the agency acts as prosecutor and judge.
So the agency basically asks itself, agency, do I need, may I have a warrant to arrest this person? And the agency then says yes.
Appleman says ICE has used administrative warrants to arrest and detain a lot of people.
Just because they're not supposed to do it doesn't always mean that they follow that rule.
When that happens in courthouses, Simunides fears the judicial process suffers.
What we're seeing from these actions puts fear in the hearts of more people than they intend, and ultimately leads to a crisis in our judicial system because cases are not heard.
And we asked for more information about the man detained on the administrative warrant, including what charges he might be facing and where he's being held. We are waiting to hear back from the Sheriff's Office and the Department of Homeland Security. More than 20 states, including Oregon and Washington, are suing the Trump administration. They're challenging an executive order that appears to be aimed at restricting people from voting by mail. The president's order aims to bar the Postal Service from sending mail-in and absentee ballots to people who are not on a national list of eligible voters. The president has asked Homeland Security and the Social Security Administration to compile a state-by-state voter list. The lawsuit argues states, not the president, have the authority to conduct elections.
The reality is this: the president has not and never will have the power to regulate elections here in the United States of America.
And Oregon pioneered vote by mail in the mid-1990s, eventually becoming the first state to conduct all elections by mail. A guilty verdict for the man accused of kidnapping a Salem 11-year-old last August. Thursday, a jury convicted Elijah Arce on all charges, including kidnapping and attempted rape. Authorities say the man lured the girl away from her home. Neighbors found them about a quarter-mile away in an area concealed by bushes. Surveillance video showed the moment police took him into custody. The girl was not physically hurt. A 28-year-old Independence woman who was missing for almost a week has been found safe. Maria Kilmer had been missing since last Saturday. She had gotten into the car of someone who stopped to help her when she ran out of gas on Highway 22. Kilmer had left her own car and phone behind, but Oregon State Police say she has now reached out to her family and confirmed she's okay. They say there's no evidence of any crime, but they're still looking into the circumstances of her disappearance. Hundreds of faculty and staff at Portland State University rallied Friday against what they say could be the worst budget cuts in school history. The proposed plan targets 19 programs and more than 200 jobs as the university faces a $35 million budget gap. School administrators point to declining enrollment and rising costs, but union leaders warn students will feel the impact.
So unless we pull out by real investment in growth, real investment in recruitment, real investment in connections to employers that allow students legible pathways to employment and to internships and things like that, direct admissions programs, we can do that work, but we have to have the resources to do it.
University leaders say no final decisions have been made. The wait is over. The Portland Fire have players for their new roster. The WNBA's newest teams, the Fire and Toronto Tempo, picked players from the other 13 teams in the league in the expansion draft. For the first pick, the Fire selected forward Bridget Carlton from the Minnesota Lynx. She started every game for one of the league's top teams last season. Carlton is considered a strong outside shooter. She's also versatile on defense with the ability to guard multiple positions. She's a two-time Olympian with Canada and a former Big 12 Player of the Year at Iowa State.
Everybody loves to play with Bridget, and to build around her. I think, she did an amazing job in Minnesota, and if you take her out of that environment and kind of start building the team around her, we think she can be an all-star player. She's an amazing defender, right? We all know she's a great shooter. She has such a low usage in terms of, on ball, but is incredibly productive. So imagine having her ball in the hands more. I think, sky's the limit for her.
And the Fire selected a total of 11 players. The goal is to be competitive right away. And now it's on to free agency and the WNBA draft, which is set for April 13th. All right, let's go ahead and check in with Corey again for a quick look at our forecast.
Yeah, we've got everything working again, Libby, and I want to take you straight outside our Rose City camera. We're actually not too far away from sunrise. You can see the sky starting to change just a little bit. 42 degrees right now, a nice calm wind. Your sunrise set for 6:44 this morning. As far as temperatures are concerned, sitting in the upper 30s across many stretches. Looks like 36 in Gresham, 40 or mid 40s as we saw in Portland, 45 over in Beaverton, and 39 right now in Hillsborough. This is our Providence Park camera, also 44 degrees at this hour. Taking a look at futurecasts throughout the rest of the day, you'll really notice lots of sunshine because we don't have much cloud cover really throughout the day going on, and the temperatures are going to match what we're seeing. Big, sunny, and warm as well. Taking a look at your planner for the rest of the day, bumping into the upper 50s by the later part of the morning, and then 74 is expected for our high today, Libby. So definitely an exciting day underway.
Yeah, okay.